Hello, in this video I'm going to go over how to make the grass that is in this tree kind of plant thing that we have here. There's a few ways that you could do this. You could create the grass and place them individually. You can use XGen, which is another tool that we probably won't go over in this class. And then another tool is Mash, which we'll try to use that. So I created this pot, so I'm not going to go over how to make that, since you should be able to know how to make something like this by now. I am then going to create a place where basically the dirt where it's going to be growing from. So I'm going to go to create and go to polygon and create a disk, and I'm just going to move this in here, and I can actually snap it to the center probably. So there we go. V, middle mouse. So make sure you guys are getting used to snapping. That's it's a very useful tool when modeling, and in rigging and animation probably also. So I'm going to move this out so it just goes inside of it a bit. Hit 3 over this so that I can see it smoothed. Okay, so this will be the dirt, and I'm just seeing what the height would look like there. So something like this. So what we're going to do is create 3 blades of grass that are going to be reused constantly in this spot. So let's create that. So I'm going to hide my geometry there, and I'm going to create a polygon plane, and I am going to set the plane to be, I'm going to set the width to be 1. Oops, actually I'll do that to be 5, and I'll set this one to be 1. Sorry, no, other way around. There we go, because I'm going to rotate this forward. I'm going to scale this down so it's going to be a thin piece of grass, and then I'm just going to taper the end like this. And then I'm going to round it out. So I'm going to have this go up, this, and like this. So now I'm going to put my pivot point for this whole thing at the base of this, right in the center. So I'm going to hit D. I'm going to click on that area. Oh, accidentally do that. D, click on the arrow, that arrow there, and then C, middle mouse, will snap it to that edge, but it will restrain it because I selected that arrow. Now I'm going to hit X and middle mouse, hold down X and middle mouse, will snap it, and then I'm going to rotate this. So now this is directly in the center, pivot points on the bottom here. So now that looks pretty good. And now I'm going to modify and freeze the transformations. And I'm going to name this grass A underscore geo. And I'm going to duplicate it again. And I'm going to rotate it -90, like that. And in this one, I probably want to rotate it more. So I'm adding some variation baked in. So this one will be a lot more rotated. So in Mash we can change the scale of it, and we can scale length, like we can do this, we can do stuff like this, make it longer uniformly, and wider, but we can't like move vertices per piece. So I'm adding some variation in that way. There we go. And then I'm going to go modify freeze transformations, and I'll do another one. And then this one, maybe do like a little bit of a, it's not completely rounded, so something like this might be interesting. So it's not perfect. That might stand out, so we'll see. And I'll make that one small, the smallest. So something like this. And make sure that everything has frozen transforms, and then I'm going to rename this to BB. And this one to be C. Like this. And then I am going to UV these all together. And I'm just going to go to UV camera base for all of them. And then I'm going to select all of them and do a unfold. Okay. And now I'm just going to rotate these so they kind of lay out together like this. I'm not worried too much about the uniformity. Some of these will have more textual density, but that's okay. Something like this might be fine. Okay, so now, so that's good. And then we can have different textures for each one of these also. So there'll be some variation in that also. All right. Now I'm going to go and probably need to change the scale of these. Let's bring them down a bit like that, because I'm looking at the general size of them. I'm going to bring this up here for now. Oops. And seeing what kind of size I'm having here. So maybe I want something like this. And I think I want it to be a little thicker in general. There. Here. Okay. So something like this. And now I'm gonna delete my history, go to modify freeze transforms, and I'll put these, actually I need to bring these back to the origin, then go to modify freeze transforms, delete history. And now I will use mesh. Let's do that for the next video.